Girl, listen, we all know that comparison can be something that is really hard, especially right now with social media, right? Like her brand is growing faster than mine, her business is thriving, her family is perfect, her personality is bomb, mine is dry, her this is that, and mine is blah. Like whatever it may be, listen, I wanted to come tell you that one, if this is you, you're not alone at all. And I've been there. That's why in this video, we're talking about how to stop comparing yourself to others and what to do instead, all right? We're about to get real, okay? This is real girl talk. Real honest girl talk right now. Hey y'all, what's up and welcome back to my channel. My name is Andrea. I'm a visual branding coach teaching you how to build your brand and increase your income online. So for the best business and branding tips you can possibly get, be sure you hit the subscribe button down below and then also hit the notification bell. That way you're notified whenever I post, which is on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and sometimes Sundays, okay? I've been doing good with my uploads though, so Sundays is highly possible. So yeah, you don't wanna miss it. So hit the notification bell. So I'm making this video and just being very honest with you guys. This is something that I've dealt with recently and just kind of overcame it. And it's something that if I'm not careful, I can fall into. And y'all know that they say, I can't remember who says it, but I know that they do. Comparison is the thief of all joy. And my goodness, that is so true. And yeah, and recently for me, mine has been like within business. It's like, oh my God, like she's getting all these clients, or her business is thriving, or her YouTube channel is growing so fast, and like whatever it may be. I'm just being honest with you guys. We can just be real. Y'all are my online family. Like we're a family. So just being honest with you guys and letting y'all know this is something that I've recently dealt with. So we're pretty much going to talk about the things that I've done in order to overcome this and how you can do the same as well if this is something that you're struggling with. But I want you to know that you are not alone. And quite honestly, if you're not careful, it can be very easy to fall into if you're not careful and on guard. So that's what we're talking about today. So let's jump right on in. Okay, so step number one is to, whatever it is, whoever it is, and this is, for me, this example of what I experienced recently is within business. So if yours is within something else, apply it to that, whatever you may want it to be. But step number one, and this is something that I learned somewhere, I can't remember where this was. I think it was like Heather Lindsay or someone like that. They said cheer for them. So if you are upset because you're like, oh my gosh, she has a popping relationship and I'm over here single. Like I understand that because I feel you and I was there, which is why I can laugh at that. But something that in that situation I had to start doing is I had to start cheering for that person. I had to start being excited about that person. So even recently when whatever was happening with me, and somebody's business was growing, and I was like, where are my people? You know, like, and just being extra and stuff like that. But like, I had to start cheering for her. I was like, oh my gosh, girl, go. You did this, go. Like, I'm excited for you. Let's get it. Because at the end of the day, we're all in this thing together. And really, you comparing yourself to so-and-so or Sheila or Tommy or Bertha, whatever, I don't know. But comparing yourself to them is doing nothing for you at all, and it's more so hurting you, and it's not even affecting them at all. Nor should it, by the way. Your jealousy and comparison should not affect the other person. Don't throw that off on somebody else, because we're gonna get into the next step of how to get that knocked out too. But something that I had to do was I had to be like, okay, Andrea, listen, you're comparing your chapter 3 to her chapter 70. And at the end of the day, it's not my responsibility to even compare it at all, no matter if it is the same chapter 2s, because God has us on totally different plans and totally different things for us, and I have no idea what that will be. But in the meantime, what I can do is I can cheer her on. I can lift her up. I can comment on her posts. I can be there for her, and I can support her. And I promise you guys, if you do this long enough, that jealousy and that comparison will go away. I know it sounds crazy, but like, do the opposite. Like, I was listening to a sermon the other day, and it was like, you battle a negative spirit with the positive spirit. So pretty much, like, if you're jealous and you're envious about something, then celebrate that, okay? And that's how you, just like in an argument, like, don't meet anger with anger, don't meet wrath with wrath, meet wrath with kindness. And that's how you eliminate that, and that's how you nip it in the bud. And so it's like, same thing here. I had to start cheering for her and be extremely excited for her. It has nothing to do with her. And what I'm going to talk about next is how it had everything to do with me and a heart check that I had to do within myself, and trusting God in the process too. So step number 2 is identifying what within you was making you feel that way. Because for me, it was something where I was like, okay, I got to realize, okay, Andrea, you're feeling like that because you're trying to race ahead of God. You're trying to do stuff ahead of God. You have not been in the game a super long time. Even if you have, like, at the end of the day, like, God is going to be the one that elevates you. God is going to be the one that lifts you up, not yourself. And so it's kind of like it was a reality check and a heart check for me that I had to realize. So it was something within my heart. It had nothing to do with that person. And for you, it has nothing to do with that person either. So a lot of times if you see something within somebody else that you don't like, you may want to check yourself because you may got it too, right? So if you're jealous about somebody because they're just like super this or super that or super annoying or super whatever, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Just kidding. Check yourself before you decide to compare yourself to, but then also just identify what within you is making you feel that way. Is it rejection? Is it comparison? Is it trying to rush ahead? Is it impatience? Is it a lack mindset? Like, if she's doing this and we're in the same niche, then there ain't enough for all of us, because that's not true. That is a lack mindset, and there's enough for all of us, like for real, okay? Okay, so that's something I had to realize too, was dig deep within yourself and really even ask God, say, hey God, show me myself, show me, like search me and know me, God, like what about like this situation is making me feel this way, and help me uproot that from the source so that doesn't keep coming back. And so that's something that I've had to do, which is why I'm giving that as just a tip for you guys if it's something that you're struggling with too. Okay, so step number 3, or the third thing that I did, was there was a period where I had to separate. And by the way, I'm talking about in the realm of social media as well. So these are people that you've probably never met, right? Like saying for me, somebody I've never met. It was people that I've never met. For you, it may be people you've never met and you're looking online like, oh my God, their life is great and blah, 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 blah. Like, first and foremost, let's worry about ourselves and our lives, because a lot of time, like remember, social media is a highlight reel, okay? I share with you guys me being honest and stuff, but I don't do that all the time. So you guys may see me super happy and cheery and blah, like, and think it's a certain thing, but you guys, like that's not always the truth, okay? Not the truth, that's just not always the full story, I guess to say, within me, within other people, stuff like that. So there's something we have to remember. The grass is not greener on the other side, it's greener where you water it, okay? Yeah, for me, I had to separate myself, and when I say that, I stopped following the people. I stopped, I like literally that way, whenever I saw like her post or her business pop up or this happened or that happened. And you guys, I'm not a jealous person, by the way. I'm simply stating this because it's something that I've gone through because of comparison that has slipped in from me being discontent. That's what this is about. Like I am not a jealous person, nor are you. So it's just something that you just have to realize though, when jealous tendencies or comparison does kind of creep in, to allow yourself to go at God's pace for you. So yeah, but something that I had to do in the meantime was I did have to separate myself. So yeah, I stopped following the person. I stopped engaging with them. I was like, oh, but their content's so good, or this person's so bad, or blah, blah, blah. Like, but I stopped it because I was comparing myself and then trying to make myself something that I was not, which is them, right? And so, or trying to do certain things like them. And I'm like, no, Andrea, you have your own flair. And then y'all, this is just me being so real with you guys and honest right now. So I hope you guys can meet me where I'm at and feel me on that, right? So anyway, yeah, so I just stopped following the person for a while and it helped. Again, that has nothing to do with the person. Don't go and be no troll on their videos or their post or in their business or on their Facebook page. Don't do all that. Like that's petty, and that's a whole nother level of jealousy, and jealousy is actually very dangerous, very freaking dangerous. So be careful. So yeah, don't take action. Just figure out what within you need to do in order to get rid of that and uproot that from your heart, because that's a heart check. That's a heart thing that you're dealing with. So, but in the meantime, in order to help that, I separated myself. Just like if you're not wanting to eat a whole bunch of brownies, don't bring brownies in your house, right? Like separate yourself, put some distance in between. So that has nothing to do with comparison. That was just a really good analogy and example. So I'm sorry, but anyway, I'm getting off track. So yeah, unfollow them for a while, but realize though you're not unfollowing them because of them, you're unfollowing them because of you and to get your heart in the right place. So then step number 4, which is in the title when I say and do this is what I'm talking about. I want you to start learning from them, okay? Now learning and copying are 2 totally different things. So I just want to get that out of the way. I am not saying copy their styles, copy their stuff. Don't copy none of that stuff because that's dumb. So, and just unoriginal. And I want you to be you. Because there's only one of you. You can only do it in the way you can do it, okay? And only you can bring it to the earth in the way you can do it. So we need you to be you, right? But there are things you can learn from them. What are they doing that is ramping up their audience? What are they do? Are they posting consistently? Are they selling really good of their on their product and stuff like that? Like, what is it that they're doing? Learn their tactics. Something that my aunt told me that has really been a game changer for really my entire life from that point. I don't even think she knows this. Is when I was trying out for the varsity drill team, which I wanted to be on so bad, as a dance team here in Dallas, and I wanted to be on it so bad, right? And my aunt told me something. She said, find someone on the team who's already a member, who was already on the varsity team, and look at their style and look what they're doing and start learning how you can incorporate that into your dance style. Like, yes, my dance style may be totally different than theirs, but if they point their feet really, really nice every time they lift their foot off the ground, then you point your foot every time, and it's kind of the same thing. So it's like, how can you learn without copying? Okay, you don't want to be an exact replica of this person or even this brand or whatever it may be, but how can you find different pieces about what they're doing and incorporate that into what you're doing and make that your own? But that's the beauty of the internet. We can learn from each other, but your mind and your heart has to be right in order to even accept that we can learn from each other, because sometimes we're like, oh no, they're this and I can't do this and blah 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 blah, and you're so busy comparing yourself you can't even see the benefit of that. If they have the same audience as you, okay, cool, go engage with their audience, right? If they have the same video topics that are really, really good that you're like, oh my God, that'd be really cool. Take that as inspiration. Don't copy what they're saying, but take that as inspiration and find a way to add your own flair to it and add your own information too, but then also your own flair. But you can use that as a good learning opportunity to say, hey, if their audience is vibing with this video or this content or this business idea, then maybe, just maybe, it may work for me. Not saying it will, but it's something to consider instead of comparing yourself. So do this is saying, learn from them, okay? There are things that they're doing that you may not be doing that you would incorporate in order to get where you're trying to go, okay? Again, I am very, very serious. Do not copy. Do not become an exact replica of the person. And I would say don't even watch them a whole lot so you don't start even speaking like them, saying like them, trying to be like them subconsciously too. That's just my own opinion though. So do as you please, and you know your own boundaries as well. But it's something that I have seen a lot of people do and start mimicking what other people are doing rather than making themselves as authentic, okay? Just coming up with your authentic self. So those are my tips. That's how I've been able to work through it. It's something that, it's a matter of your heart. It's something that you always have to work through. Also, I ask you to pray about God always sheltering your heart on jealousy and on comparison. That is something that can just literally destroy so many things. And so you don't want to be caught in that. Jealousy is very dangerous. And so is comparison. So just ask God to shield your heart and guard your heart against stuff like that. So yeah, anyway, you guys, as you guys know, I'm a visual branding coach and I teach influencers and business owners how to build their brands and increase their income online, which pretty much means I teach you how to create a consistent, steady form of income, a strong form of income through YouTube. I teach you how to build a cohesive and sustainable brand. And then also I teach you how to 3x at minimum your income online, as well as create a targeted, loyal audience base that is down for you, that will convert with you, that will all types of stuff with you and follow you wherever you go, and is just super committed and stuff like that. So if you are an influencer, if you are a small business owner looking to figure out how to use YouTube for your benefit, for your business, or you're looking to figure out how to build your brand, then I would love to chat with you, okay? So if this is you, I have a link down below in my description box that I want you guys to check out. And that's how we can see if we can work together. So anyway, anyway, you guys, I love you so freaking much, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Remember that you are amazing, you are beautiful, you are called, you are worthy, you are just enough as you are. So if you find yourself comparing yourself to somebody or being jealous of somebody, just know that within yourself right now, as you are with no changes, you are amazing and God is in love with you. So anyway, you guys, I love you so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. If you have not subscribed, be sure you do so. That way you guys are notified, and then hit the notification bell. That way you guys are notified when I post. And then also comment down below if this has been you and what that has looked like for you. Tell us a story. Like, how have you been through this? How did you get out of it? Stuff like that. Let us know. Let's start a conversation down below in the comment section, okay? I love you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video, all right? Bye.